Does Zer have a god roll? I'd like to say hi to my friend Turmoil here. I have no idea who this guy is, but he looks pretty swell. And I decided to feature him in the thumbnail for this video. So, hi, Turmoil. Yo, Zer. Guys, it's a really good weekend to visit Zer. I'm not going to lie. Not all these are god rolls, but there's a little bit of excitement going on, starting with my favorite PvP hand cannon, even after the nerf, True Prophecy. And I can already tell you right now, this is wasted. I just, whatever. If you're getting melees, this is great, but I never see Grave Robber as like this awesome, amazing perk that everybody wants. And with that said, someone's probably going to show up and be like, well, I like Grave Robber. I mean, that's fine. But even though I have no use for Grave Robber, I'd rather have Opening Shot here. If you're using it for PvE, this does come with Overflow, which, heck yeah, let's go. I do have Overflow on one of my True Prophecies. And Rangefinder is another option, but I personally prefer Opening Shot. It comes with Tac Mag. Y'all know how I feel about that. That's amazing. And Accurized Rounds is a wonderful backup mag. This is also very popular in PvP. It gives you added range. So these are probably the two best mags you can get on this gun, but I'm going to tell you right now, this thing needs reload help. So Tac Mag all the way. Fast Draw, I don't need to say anything further. This is top tier. This, and this are all on my god roll. They're amazing. I slay with this gun. So the fact that this doesn't have Opening Shot or Rangefinder, whatever. If you don't have a good True Prophecy, this is still a great roll just because these things here are going to carry this gun hands down. Is it a god roll? No, because this guy showed up. Is it a good roll? Guys, this is actually a great roll just because these are top tier right here. This is a great roll. Grab this True Prophecy if you don't have one. 7 Seraph Officer Revolver. We've been talking about this because this is offered up by Banshee or Zer almost every week. Corkscrew Rifling is actually a gold tier perk on this gun. And it will give you +5 range with +4 stability and +5 handling. So you've got a good all-round barrel here that is great on this gun. But then you've got this, which is just range. Honestly, just go Hammer Forge, guys. Seriously, you don't need Corkscrew on it. Just go with the range, guys. I can't stress that enough. People aren't doing it. Tac Mag comes on this. And again, you all know I love Tac Mag. Accurize gives you +9 range, whereas Tac Mag gives you no added range bonus. It does give you +9 reload speed. And I will tell you, the reload on mine is not the greatest. But if I'm doing unstops, then I'm reloading while it's stopped and my friends are killing it. If you're using this out in the field, then I would probably go Tac Mag, just for the all-round perks. It'll give you stability handling. No. It gives you stability +2 in the mag, which I'm not too concerned with, and a +9 reload speed. So this is my top pick mag. Tac Mag is a good second. Underdog. Yeah, no, guys, if you're using this for Nightfalls, 4th time's a charm all the way. Get those headshots. Or you could do Threat Detector for ad clearing. And then in this one, Feeding Frenzy, if you're ad clearing, then Feeding Frenzy is really good because this is amazing for reload speed, which you'll love out in patrol zones. Time Payload, though, is my top pick here. If you're using it in PvP, you're going to want to have Vorpal. So is this a god roll? No. Is it a good roll? This actually is a good roll, especially if you're noodling around in patrol zones or if you want to just check it out in Crucible. Although Time Payload I would prefer in Crucible, just to because some of those Titans are almost impossible to kill, and Time Payload is amazing. But to see what I'm saying about barrels on 180s, pick this up and test it. It's a good roll. This gun is going to feel good to you. We continue the Day of the Hand Cannon with Nature of the Beast. Guys, this is 100% a PvP hand cannon. This is not going to come with a PvE roll. It just doesn't. Fast draw all the way. Hit mark is a sight that is highly selected in Crucible, so it's a really good sight. Probably not the best. Fast Draw and Steady Hand are chosen the most. I prefer Fast Draw, but let me see the difference here. Fast Draw is going to give you plus 13 handling, plus 4 stability, plus 5 aim assist. Hit Mark gives you plus 4 range, no stability and handling, and plus 5 aim assist. If you're fine with Hit Mark, this is a god roll. It is a PvP god roll. Accurized Rounds will give you range. It is a popular perk in PvP. It's plus 9. The other option is Tac Mag, of course. Quick Draw. You could also get Snapshot Sights. Quick Draw is the most popular perk on this gun. Again, this is a PvP gun. And then Vorpal is probably the top pick. And it makes sense. If you have a Guardian coming at you with a super, Vorpal is the way to go. You're going to possibly kill that dude. Rangefinder is also another top tier perk for this gun for PvP. So, is it a god roll? Honestly, I'd still rather have Fast Draw here. It's not a god roll, but man, this is a great nature of the beast, guys. It really is. I bought this. I'm gonna compare it with my other one because it's close. This is so good. It is so good. Distant Tumulus, this is a gun I haven't really used because I haven't gotten a good roll for it. Typically, what I like on my snipers, and this comes with it, are Fluted Barrel and Snapshot Sights. Barrels on this gun are kind of all over the place. Fluted Barrel is by far the most popular, and I can understand why. I love Fluted on snipers. It radically changes how a sniper rifle feels. But Small Bore and Hammer Forge right here are both used a lot in PvP. So if you don't need stability and handling added to this gun, Hammer Forge is a great option. It really is. For the mags, again, I'm not giving up on Tac Mag. I recommend that all the way. Lead from Gold can be good. I don't know if this gives you special if you grab a heavy brick in PvP though, but in PvE it's great. I went with Dragonfly. I generally don't have a problem with getting sniper ammo even when I'm farming. And then in this column, if you play with other people and you're trying to do bigger DPS, Firing Line is good. This could be really good in PvP if you're with people. If you guys are spreading out, moving around the map, it's not going to do you any good. But I prefer Snapshot Sights both in PvE and PvP. Is this a god roll? No. Is it a good roll? I mean, as long as you keep the appended mag on, this is a good roll. This is a decent sniper rifle. First in, last out. Now, we usually go full choke on shotties. That does not come on this shotgun, so we're going with our traditional barrels. Hipfire Grip and Demolitionist are crap. Honestly, Auto-Loading Holster and Vorpal for PvE boss fights. And then for PvP, probably Slide Shot and either Opening Shot or maybe Surrounded, but probably Opening Shot would be the combo for PvP, along with Accurized Rounds. So, also for PvP, I know people who really like a lot of handling and stability. These two are both great options. Small Bore is probably the way to go. So when it comes to barrels and mags, this gun is pretty good, but these right here ruin this gun. It's not a god roll, and I dare say it's not even really a good roll, and it's really sad just because this stuff here is pretty decent. I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at the gold tier perks. And I dare say we have a god roll here, guys. I don't use Tireless Blade and Counterattack, but I decided to pick this up. These are the top perks chosen for this sword. And I'm going to play with it because I tend to get the same stuff on my swords all the time. Like, I always go with Jagged Edge, which we have here, which, yes, this is a gold tier perk on the sword. Swordmaster's Guard is picked by PvEers. But overall, the community is picking Burst Guard and Balance Guard. This is not picked. Swordmasters is definitely by far the best one to go here. I was kind of looking at the idea of going with Burst Guard, but I just really like Swordmaster's Guard. And then Tireless Blade. Sword ammo granted for every other powered sword killed. This would require me to change my playstyle a little bit with this sword. It's the opposite of Relentless Strikes, which gives you sword ammo for your light attacks. I love Relentless Strikes. But I decided to go with the sword because, hey, why not get a different roll? So I bought this one. I did. Whirlwind does not come on this sword. Guys, is it a god roll? Maybe. I don't know. I don't have a play style that matches these, and so I'm going to take it out and play with this sword a little bit more and get back with you on that. It's a maybe. It depends on you, really. This is, it's definitely a great roll. Slap on Jagged, slap on Swordmasters. You might be very happy with this. Exotics Prometheus Lens is kind of stupid. It is. And it was OP, and it was great for cheese strats earlier this year. If you don't have it in your collections, grab it, and then delete it, or use it and play with it. It is fun. Shinobu's Vow. This, you have to use the skip grenade. Guys, I don't like grenades on hunters. I really don't. I personally think there are way better exotics than this, but I know people who love Shinobu's Vow. Like I say with every exotic, if you don't have it in your collections, grab it and then delete it. That way you have access to it when it is good. So we have +3 resilience, +9 intellect. These aren't really impressive. 22 recov. If you're a really good player, like PvP players especially, really good PvP players generally get the shot off first, so resilience doesn't matter. But if people are landing shots on you before you see them, you need to go high resilience. High recov is absolutely useless if you're dead. Resilience prevents you from dying immediately. So I generally do like at least 70 resilience, and then I'll come in at like 60 recov. So if you have a build that brings up your resilience, then this might be really useful. So it really depends. Lion Rampants. Guys, we have +14 resilience and +15 intellect. If you're looking for that, every Titan should have this exotic. Especially if you're trying to do like crazy platforming and stuff. This particular roll is actually really good. I would take this. If I was in the market for these, I would have no qualms over masterworking this and saving it. Make sure you have the right energy type before you do that. I generally go with solar legs. And Crown of Tempest is one of my mainstay helmets. This is such... in Gambit, if people aren't stealing my kills, I can get my super in less than a minute. It's insane. This is like the... It's almost like the Nezarec Sin of the Arc Warlock. And I do Bottom Tree, and it's such a great exotic. This is the first exotic I latched onto, and I'm still using it after 5,600 hours in the game. So if you don't have one of these, this is actually a fabulous roll. The resilience can be brought up with other armor pieces, but the recov is 16 and intellect is 15. I don't care about discipline anymore. I used to, but with ability builds, this is absolutely useless. Like, you'll get your discipline back pretty fast if you know how to do ability builds. And I do have one built around this helmet, so you can search for that in my videos. All right, guys, I did have a request to go over legendary armor pieces. I'm not going to do that because people are like, well, there's, you know, you have random rolls on these, so let us know if the rolls are good. Well, first of all, I'd have to log in under every character to evaluate what's there. But also, these rolls are meaningless outside of an entire armor set. So I generally am not going to purchase something that's below 62. Like, this is 64, so that's going to make me look at it. But it's only 2 resilience, which is probably going to ding my entire armor set, so I'm not going to go with that. The intellect is good. 21 mobility I have no use for. You should not be buying bonds. These are thrown at you every day. If you need this particular one for your collections, so you have access to it, if you want to transmog it, then get it. But if you've been playing the game, you already have all these. Now this is a really good piece because you've got 25 I might actually pick this up. All right, fine. But I don't use a lot of helmets because most of my exotics I use are helmets. But man, 64 with 25 resilience and 17 intellect, that is dumb. Like, this could really... Now, here's the funny thing. If I start testing on this with my different armor sets, because I have like, I don't know, 10 builds, this might not be useful to me because of how it fits in with my other armor pieces. And this one is interesting. I don't need plus 19 strength as a warlock. I wouldn't buy this, no. So yeah, I can't tell you what to buy because I don't know what else you're rocking out on your character. But just going over these values a little bit, that should give you an idea of whether or not you should look into something. And yeah, I saw the 25 and 17. I bought it. I go through my armor sets like once a month just to make sure I didn't screw up my mods if I had to change something in a raid or something. Because like if you have 2 taking charges on one armor set, they'll cancel each other out and you'll never get charged with light. Like you need to go through and evaluate your stuff and look at that. But while I'm doing that, I'll see if this helmet fits into one of the armor sets and, you know, maybe it'll replace another helmet. It'll be solar too because, you know, helmets should almost always be solar. All right, guys, I hope that helped. I hope you got more out of that than just god rolls. There are some really great weapons in here. And, yeah, have a wonderful weekend, folks. If you'd like to support this channel, liking and commenting on the videos tells YouTube to share these videos with others who may find them useful. If you'd like to provide monetary support to help keep this channel up and running, visit my locals and subscribe star communities.